Hey parents, this one is all for you today. So today we're answering or prompting our students with some personal exploration and kind of doing that inner work. And honestly, it's just really to help them kind of niche into who they are. I often find that students in the classroom and even at home, again, mom to 4 boys here, so I don't think we often prompt them to do the inner work. It is so easy just to get caught up in the distractions of busyness and sports and scheduling. And as students, they have that miniature version, they're involved in clubs and sports and activities and friendship circles. And, they have the internet just like us and social media and kind of their own little bubble of juggling it all. So asking them to slow down and do that inner work. And so the big question is, what does success look like to you? And meaning your student, asking them, what does success look like? And that's actually that's a tough question because they're just hearing all the things that are available to them. And we live in this world where influencers just do exactly that. It's made to look easy and quick and super attainable. But we all know that it doesn't just happen overnight, and it requires experience and dedication and hard work. Soft skills, again, there we go. So the big message for today is asking your student, what does success look like to them? And in that, there's some questions that we prompt them with. For example, the personal exploration. What do you like to do and why? And again, this one sounds so basic, but I ask them to dig a little bit deeper. What do you do in your downtime? Are you volunteering? If you're not volunteering, where would you volunteer? What pulls you? Dogs and animals really pull people in. So is that something that you would potentially invest your time in? And why do you like it? And what does it give you on the inside? Because that's where our passions lie. Do you volunteer? I'm in a church community and they have an AVL team, and one of my children loves editing videos and it's actually quite good at it, but that's something that's a passion and a hobby of his right now, but that actually could turn into something. So looking for your student, what draws them in, what gets them excited, what are they good at? But I ask this in regards to the people, product, and process, because that is actually where we get a job, if you will. You are bettering a process, or you're working with people, or you're helping build or manufacture or take to market a product. So where do they see themselves connecting in that process? Is it with the people? Is it with the product? Or is it in the process? So that really helps, I think, students again, do that inner work and answer some of those questions on where they see themselves working or working for or with, or maybe they're building their own thing. Again, every student is different, every age group is different. And then the next one is, what do you not like? But the big question is the why, because once you can answer the why you don't like something, you know that anything that comes down the pike or down the road that is in that why bucket, it's a big distraction. Don't even, let's just clear the clutter. There's so many things and rabbit holes, I think, as human beings. We're like, we are distracted by shiny or new or different. But if you can answer the why you don't like something, will really help clear out different pathways that we know we don't want to go down. This question I ask it in regards to goal setting and really setting yourself up for success. But where do you see yourself in 3 years? Are you practically graduating college? Are you almost done a trade school? Have you taken a gap year? What does a 3-year projection look like? I don't do 5 years. I don't do 10 years. That's overwhelming for the teenage brain. but they can focus on 3 years. So, and then we backtrack. What are you doing now to get there? What are you exploring a new career? Are you in year 1 or 2 of college? What does your major look like? Are you taking the steps to achieve that goal? And again, as mom and dad and as parents, we get this. We do this naturally. But sometimes students need that writing it down or that accountability in mom and dad to really help them. And we plant the seeds, right? We're the lighthouse parents that plant the seeds and keep them, in line. We're the beacon and the guiding light. I think one of the next things is what fires you up on the inside. And a lot of times students, this is a hard one for them, but I ask them, I go back to the volunteering question. If you could volunteer somewhere, and I say this, the political arena, there's so many areas that we can see things like building up that you can get passionate about. For me, it was education. Why aren't students taught these necessary life skills in finances? And, and then we worked forward to change that here in Pennsylvania. But again, that is at the core, like what gets you so fired up that you want to do something about it. And then checking in on your gifts and talents. What are they? What are your innate? And I love this part because this is where students come to mom and dad and say, like, what am I good at? And, what are my innate built-in abilities? Because what they do and see and what you see and observe might be slightly different. And this is where, as parents, we get to lean in and guide and equip. So I hope these tips and tricks and questions all help you. If you'd like to learn more, you can check out the guide below. It is jam-packed with all types of activities and prompts and questions for your student. Take care.